Jai Shri Krishna friends, welcome back to another video. So today's video is just more about what's going on right now in Canada and in my life. I have been thinking about posting a new video for a while, but there was a lot going on and I couldn't really think of what I should be posting about. But today I just thought about talking and sharing what's going on in Canada right now with people who are in Canada or who are not in Canada, who are planning to come to Canada. So as of right now, I am just going out. I had to get my headlight fixed because out of nowhere my headlight just went off, and thanks to YouTube I learned how to fix the headlight. I didn't even know how to fix the headlight before I came to Canada. So there's a lot that Canada has made me learn throughout like my 5 or 6 years here. And I think if I was back home, I would have just gone to a mechanic and might have paid like 100 rupee, which is basically $10, which is about $2 if we do the currency exchange or whatever. But here, if you have any issue with your car, you have to spend a little more than that. So I was just thinking about it, you know what, I'll just try to save some money because the economy is not really good right now in Canada. So I looked it up, how to fix the headlight, and for every car it's different. But for my car, I don't know, it was a little complicated. I had to go under the hood, blah blah blah. I fixed it, so that's all what matters. And yeah, basically if anything happens now, my first thought is, you know what, let me see if I can YouTube it and find out. I had an issue with my phone. My phone was showing SOS for no reason. Tried to switch it off, blah blah blah, did whatever I thought I could, but it didn't work. And I was like thinking, you know what, it's time to get a new phone. But then again, I thought about YouTubing it. I went on YouTube and I looked up what can I do. I took the SIM card out with the pin and it didn't work. But then I went to the cellular settings and there were some things that I had to do and made it work. Again, thanks to YouTube. Well, that aside, so for right now, just driving around, it's -8 outside and it's pretty cold. So I got my coffee, and today I might be training shoulders. And although I am also doing Instacart, which is a shopping app, so basically if I'm off from work, I see if I can make just a side hustle. I just turn on the app. So the app is for the people who have like some time to do something extra. So you open up the app, and then say somebody at home thinks like it's too cold to go outside and do the groceries. So they will place the order on their app, which is different, but both the apps are linked. So then once they place the order, if I'm the only driver available, it will get linked to me, and then I go to the grocery store, I buy the things, not from my debit card, from the debit card from the app. And it's everything is like already programmed. So if their total when they were placing the order was $100, the card will allow me $100 to spend on the groceries that I will buy. And then when I do the payment, I just do the payment with the Instacart app or my physical card, which is also from Instacart. And then it shows me where I need to drop off the groceries. So very, very easy, very simple. Sometimes if people tip you good, you make good money, but sometimes it's just like it's just break even. Like you sometimes don't make a lot. But anyhow, so right now I have my app on, driving around, and so thought about chatting to however many subscribers I have right now. Right now, or the last year, 2024, was by far the worst economy of Canada I've seen so far. I came to Canada in 2018, December 9, and it wasn't that bad. Things were good. There wasn't too many immigrants. And this is me, who is an immigrant, saying this. Like, I think Canada messed up, Trudeau messed up after COVID. So after COVID, when people were so used to like sitting home, didn't want to do something, what I think happened was that Trudeau thought about like getting the economy back to normal, and for that sake, he brought a lot of immigrants, students, refugees, whatever country he could bring the immigrants from, he gave the incentives or whatever. So he brought like millions of people to help the economy get back to normal, to fill out the labor shortages. Say if there is a city where there's like 50% of the population was used to like sitting home, getting the benefits from government, didn't want to work. So Trudeau got the other 50% from outside of Canada to fill out those spots. But what happened was he brought more than what was needed, and then didn't have the resources ready to compensate for the housing, for the economy downfall or whatever. And now the people who have been in Canada for like more than 5 or 6 years helped the economy throughout the COVID. I kept working throughout the COVID, and not only me, but there were a lot more than just like a couple hundred people. So there were a lot of people who were immigrants or who were not immigrants. They worked throughout the COVID, helped the economy keep on going. They were helping in the food sector, medicals, hospitals, like any field that was still going on that that couldn't shut down because of COVID. But right now, what's going on is that the population went a little out of hand. Like the growth was more than what was expected. So now Trudeau is having hardships dealing with the crime, housing, economy crisis, like anything that you could name is going wrong under his leadership. So now the government has to make strict implementations to control the population so things can get back to normal. But what doesn't make sense to me is that people who were like me in Canada for like last 5 years, who helped the economy through COVID, they're the one who's getting screwed over. They are the one who might have to leave Canada just because Trudeau didn't do his shit right. But I'm at this point in my life where I think wherever my fate, universe, or God's gonna take me, I'm okay with that. All I know is that I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna follow my hobbies, my passion, whatever I want to do. And even if I make less money, so what? At least I'm happy pursuing what I love doing. And just because of that, I recently resigned from one of my jobs. Things were getting bad. People were not... Honestly, I think I had always not wanted to work in the food for so long. I had been working in restaurants for like last 5 or 6 years. And after working for so long, you realize there are some things that you cannot control in food. And one thing is like the environment. The environment gets very bad. Like some people are very negative mindset, some people are not that welcoming. But anyhow, I pushed through like last 5 years, but just recently I felt like this is not what I want to keep doing. And the one thing that I think of when that mindset kicks in is that there's a book called The Alchemist. It's a very popular book. A lot of people have given it like good review, and I was thinking about reading some books back in like 2018, 2019. That was the first book that popped up in front of me. So I thought about giving it a try. I read it, and I realized there's one thing that the book focuses on, the author focuses on, and that one thing is the legend. So what that means is everybody has their personal legend. Like, I think my personal legend is following my fitness journey, going to the gym, and trying to inspire if even couple people, not even 100. Even if I can inspire a couple people, bring a positive change in their lifestyle, if they can start going to the gym, I think that's a win for me. So I think after being in Canada for that long, I realized that that's the one thing I always want to go back to, no matter how bad things get, no matter how many obstacles I have to face. But that's the one thing. And that's the one thing that keeps me sane as well. So if you haven't ever been to the gym, just try going to the gym for a week, and you will see that mentally, not only physically you're getting stronger, but also mentally you're building a strength to the challenges that you face in life or anything that goes wrong. So, but I only learned that if I read the book The Alchemist. So I think everyone at least should read a book like The Alchemist once in their lifetime, because books are written by intellectual people, the people who have the capacity to absorb a variety of knowledge, and with their experiences they can put it into words. Try writing a book and you'll realize how hard it is. So I learned that from the book that I read, The Alchemist. And then that made me feel like I should read more books, learn about more authors, their perspectives. Because when you have that many variety of people putting their thoughts into words, and then you're reading it, then you're giving your brain the positivity, the thoughts, the experiences that it didn't even have before, just by reading something. Anyhow, so right now, I don't think if anybody is thinking to come to Canada, no matter which part of the world they're in, my first suggestion would be do try your 110% to make it in that very country that gave you everything, where you lived, where you spent your childhood, where you made friends. Because I think if you have what it takes to be successful, no matter which country you'll be in, you can make it. You don't need to just come to Canada to be successful. I've been in Canada for the last 5 or 6 years. I haven't made myself anything just because things went one way or the other. And I think I give all credit to God, because even if I'm not successful right now, I'm happy with it, because I'm not ready to be able to be there. Because God always gives that person success who deserves it. So if I don't deserve it right now, I don't have it, I'm not gonna blame God. Hey, I'm not successful. No, that's not how it works. I have to earn it, then I have to leave it up to fate, universe, or God, that either I get it or I don't get it. That's my way to think about it. But no matter where you are, you can be successful in whatever respective field that you're trying to be in. You don't have to come to any foreign country to just be successful. For sure, if you just want to have the experience, go for it. But now, being in Canada for like last 6 years, all I can think about is going back home, because I think once I visited my family for a week because my workplace couldn't give me off more than a week. I got to see them for a week after 4 years. And that's when I realized that it almost felt like I was in a time machine, and I went in the future, and then I came back and I saw my family, and it was a shock. It was a shock to me to see the change. It just felt like for me the time stopped, but for them time kept going. So after that I realized that time's not going to stop. I need to keep going. I need to keep on going with my goals, but I would rather do it now with my family, because from the time you're born to the time that you won't exist anymore, you only have like so many years, and you don't know when that will end. So I would rather be successful with my family than without them. I would rather be not successful with my family than without them. But that's my way of thinking about it. But now coming back to the point, if you're new to Canada, I would say you still have time. Learn a skill in Canada and go back home. And then use that one skill to build your business, to give that skill back to the society, which helped us be who we are. And you might just make it. So, but if you haven't come to Canada yet, or you are still thinking about coming to Canada, my one piece of advice will be, don't. Usually, I'll say, like, if I take my example, 5 or 6 years ago, when my dad spent money for me to come to Canada, it was about 20 lakhs, approximately, putting all the expenses together. So if that 20 lakh, now that I think about it, was put to some other use, say if we had bought a property or we had invested into a business, I think in that 5-6 years that might have at least gone double. But I'm not saying that just to say that you have to be greedy, do this, do that. No, just to give you an example that money could be more worthwhile if you spend it in your own country, or if you spend it for some other purpose than just to come outside of your country. So use that money and use that time to learn a skill, and you can build way more than what you think by coming to Canada. But if you do want to still come to Canada, or go to any other foreign country, or US, Europe, anywhere in the world, just go for the sake of exploring things, not for the sake of living there. Because where you spend your childhood and you were born, that country is worth way more than any benefits that any other country could give you. That's my way to think about it. But now that I'm here, if the CRS score does happen to go down, if I get my residency, then sure, I'll continue to live here. But if not, I'm ready to go back even tomorrow. But all my friends have been telling me, just wait out. Maybe for the last moment, you might just get your residency. Just wait till that moment. And I just want to give it a chance. I just want to see what if they're right. But even so, even if I do get my residency, my plan is ultimately to go back and start something of my own, so that I don't have to be in the rat race. So if you learned something from my 15-20 minute chat, please do give a like, subscribe the channel, and comment down if you didn't like something. Then I'll know. I'll keep an eye for keep myself aware about the things that I should be not saying on social media. Thank you for your time. See you.